Good morning! It's Nintendo Direct time. So we got a Levels Plus Reacts on the way. But since it's about 10 minutes away at the moment, I decided I'd show a little bit of Splatoon 3 footage that I was involved with. So you can see me running around here with Cat for the win and their community. Want to thank Cat again for the opportunity to play. It was super fun. I love their community, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to check them out. So 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have to hastily, like as soon as this ends, turn off my computer and run to work because the timing on this is kind of atrocious. Especially with trying to find a parking place. But I'm going to just do what I can. We'll have a post done when I get home after work and go from there. Sometimes I record speculation or predictions for Nintendo Directs. I didn't feel like doing that this time because a lot of other people have already either speculated or are sharing rumors of things that are happening, and there's just way too much of that, and I just didn't feel like jumping in and participating in that. I've also been really addicted to Splatoon 3 since it came out. I have beaten solo, so I suppose next time we do a proper Levels Plus whenever, I will talk about that. So as always, I don't have sound, so I can't react to music or voiceover or anything, so there will be times where I just randomly try to guess what's going on, even though it's very clearly stated. With Nintendo Directs, I tend to get very excited, so if you are profanity adverse, I can't guarantee I will not drop any sort of F-bomb in the future. Okay. We'll just wait for the magic to begin.
We live on the continent of
Alright, I'm going to guess this is a Fire Emblem game. And wow, I kind of recognize some of those figures, I think. Are we getting a Tellius remake finally?
We called upon heroes from other worlds to aid us. Heroes known as emblems.
What is this? The stained glass is really pretty.
In the end, we were victorious in defeating and imprisoning the Fell Dragon. In the years since, our world has been safe. But now, I sense...
That rumor about there was a Fire Emblem game that was complete, just kind of hanging out, was not inaccurate. And yet, that really gaudy hair is true. That leak was legit. So it's interesting that there's like legacy characters in the stained glass, because these are definitely all new characters. Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay. Fire Emblem Engage. That's an interesting name.
You're really awake, yeah?
1,000 years? That's how long I've been asleep.
What are those horrible things?
Okay.
If I may, you are a divine dragon, a member of a royal family of dragons revered as deities.
War. Fell dragon.
I actually stand on a tower. There's some interesting stuff. Oh, there's a lady punching. That's good. That was sorely missing in 3 houses. And you can team up with the spirits of past Fire Emblem characters. That's interesting.
It is rather quiet, I know, but it will
And there's like an actual town set up. You could customize what characters look like. That's interesting.
Emblem Engage! One strike will decide it all.
It looks like you can merge with the characters to get super moves.
Please grant me your strength.
And she can do it too. Interesting.
Just need to gather all of the rings and bring peace back to Elios.
So I wonder if Gust is actually involved with this, because that was the rumor, was that, okay, and there's the lady. Doesn't say anything about Koei Tecmo's involvement. January, wow, okay, super soon. Okay. Well, the character designs look a lot better in motion than they did in the leaked content. So clearly they've developed and polished that a bit. I still don't know if I like the duo color eye hair thing, but we'll see. Okay, we're getting another Fatal Frame game. This a new one or another port? Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I think this was for the Wii. But I guess the last re-release did well enough for Koei Tecmo to continue with the series. Yeah, this is the one where yeah, Project Zero. So this was the Wii one. So it's getting a port. That's nice. So here's our Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So there's our new hero. Eno. And it does appear that there is a decent amount of story content with this edition. I was going to get some challenge battles. I need to get back into this. I'm enjoying Xenoblade Chronicles 3 a lot. It's just the timing for its release. I still needed to get through 3 Hopes, and now Splatoon 3's out, and I just didn't have time. I could care less about swimsuits. And then we'll have another hero in part 3, which will be out later. So that's cool. Okay. I'm including this just for the bonkersness of it. I mean, sure. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for Fists of the North Star boxing game. Just certainly not what I would have expected. Tunic! That's a great little surprise. Looks like it's running okay. I definitely do see a bit of a downgrade. But I think that's just going to be the nature of Switch ports at this point of anything on modern hardware, is that the Switch is dated hardware, and if you're going to be porting stuff like this to it, you're going to have to make some compromises, and you're going to feel it more now than I think you did at the beginning of the Switch's life cycle. But that's a great get. Okay, I'm going to get some more information on the Front Mission remakes. So I will be upfront. I am not that excited about these because Forever Entertainment has not really done anything to make me feel confident that they know what they're doing. Panzer Dragoon came out in a bit of a shoddy state, and when I played it after even it got patched, it just didn't quite jive with me. House of the Dead remake is alright, but still a lot of launch issues, so it is a little concerning that this is coming from them. I can only hope that they take the time to let these actually come out at a good state, and apparently they're doing 3 as well. I knew about 1 and 2. So I guess if you want front mission, you're going to have to deal with the fact that they're doing it. And we're getting a new Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life remake, apparently. So, A Wonderful Life, if I recall, is the GameCube one, which, up there with Harvest Moon 64, is probably considered one of the best ones in the series, back when it was Harvest Moon. So, I think that's a pretty big deal. I'm sure that they've added a bit of content beyond the visual upgrade. But you could tell, like, this is something that was probably native, because it looks a lot better. And you age. That's cool. You have a kid.
Also choose their career based on how you raise them. An especially wonderful farm life in Forgotten Valley lies ahead.
Well, that'll make some people happy. There's quite a strong fan base for Story of Seasons. Alright, well, we're getting Splatoon 3 content updates. Didn't expect that so quickly. Oh, we're getting a Splatfest announcement. Alright, what's the theme? What would you bring to a deserted island? Okay. And that'll be on the 23rd, so 2 weeks from now.
So many incredible possibilities. Which team will you join?
I wonder if that'll be a bit of an update in terms of maps and gear, too.
Splatoon 3. Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
Square Enix. I got another HD 2D game. A new Octopath Traveler game. Okay.
Introducing a brand new game in the Octopath Traveler series.
I dabbled a bit with the original Octopath Traveler. I enjoyed it a little bit,
Through the land of Celestia.
but I kind of just fell off of it and didn't really want to get back into it. So I'm hoping that the structure is a little bit better and that there isn't a problematic character. Can't always guarantee that, but I could be hopeful.
The man who took everything from me shall die by my hand.
Not again. Not this stench. The stench of blood.
Doubt is what I do.
It's beautiful. They've definitely shown the growth that they've gotten this art style down over the last few games.
Explore a wide world set in a bustling era. Each traveler's path action differs between day and night. Our Lord knows well the ways of the world. What will happen when their paths intertwine?
And it would be good for the stories to intertwine.
And what adventures await them in this new
I would like that. Yeah, it's gorgeous though.
Travelers each have their own story to tell. Where will their journeys lead them?
So yeah, I'll probably see what other people think and consider picking this up down the road, but I am in no hurry, and that's good because it's not up till February. But
It's a musical.
oh wow, they're bringing Theorhythm.
Celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Final Fantasy.
Well, that'll make some people really happy.
Enjoy
A lot of people liked Theorhythm on the 3DS.
torn from the heavens.
Now the question is, can Square Enix contain themselves and not ruin the game
5 songs total
with microtransactions?
by game, so you can play each stage
I
while
don't know
exploring the
if they
series.
can or not. They basically shot themselves in the foot with Chocobo Racing, so I just don't have a whole lot of guarantees that they're going to pull that off. But I hope that they do, because I know a lot of people will be pretty thrilled about that. Yeah, and there will be Saga and Nier DLC, which that's better. An Octopath Traveler, cute. And Live a Live, appropriate. So there you go.
27 extra songs, including Melodies of Life, will be available.
Alright, let's see what Nintendo 64 games are on the way. Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings has never been re-released. So that's kind of a big deal. The original Mario Party has never been re-released. That's also a big deal. And Mario Party 2. And 3. 3 has never been re-released. Pokemon Stadium, I don't think has been released. Nor has 2. 1080 has. 1080 is great, though. Excite by 64 has. It's also pretty fun. So there's your lineup for quite a ways.
Oh, and there's one more game we should mention.
We have a... Oh my god. They figured it out. They figured it out. Goldeneye 64. Wow, I can't believe they did that. That's amazing. I know that there was an expectation that there would be a remake for Xbox, but I didn't think they would pull it off for the N64 with online play. That's going to be wild. That'll be fun, because I actually think that could be a lot of fun if they optimize it really well. And then we have Various Day Life. The most... Square, can you name your games in a way that makes a little more sense? All we need now is Perfect Dark. If we could get Perfect Dark on the Switch, on the N64, I would be so happy. That would make my day, to have online play with Perfect Dark. Okay, well, apparently this is available later today. I couldn't tell you anything about it beyond what you see here. Factorio's coming. I have heard a lot about Factorio, but I know nothing about it. This is the most I've actually seen of it. So it looks like it's a kind of a resource management Sim City-esque game? But it's kind of got like old school, like Warcraft, StarCraft visual aesthetic vibes. Well, that's cool. This is must be a different game, because if it's not, I'm... Okay, thank you. I was about to say. This has a very interesting visual aesthetic. It must be a spooky game.
Every decision affects your fate in Ib. Launching on Nintendo Switch, spring 2023.
Alright, so we're getting the Battle League update, so that probably means a couple more characters are coming in. Pauline. We are almost at the point that I will probably pick this up. Hey, and Diddy Kong! Getting close to the point of me actually picking it up, because there's characters in there that I actually want to play as more than just Rosalina. Okay, so here's an Atelier Risa game. So apparently we're getting a third and final game in this trilogy. Alright, let's see what the Wave 3 courses are, and if Nintendo has just lost the plot in terms of what these are. So we've got Merry Mountain from Tor. Looks like it could be fun. And we've got DS Peach Gardens. I do remember this course. Not well enough to say if I'm thrilled about it being here.
Wave 3 of the Mario
And we're
Kart
only teasing 2 of the courses?
DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game launches this holiday.
Okay.
Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
There's 6 more coming, though.
Additional cost. The DLC can
That's
also be
weird. Why aren't they telling us what all of the courses are? I guess we're getting a Pikmin 4. There was an extremely long Pikmin Bloom lead-up. So yeah, that long-rumored Pikmin 4 game is finally happening next year. That was announced before the Switch was even out.
Right. Pikmin 4 will launch in 2023. We won't be showing any gameplay today. However,
Well, I know a couple people that are going to be really happy about that. Doesn't do anything for me, but there's your big surprise.
Can you survive?
Alright, Harvestella.
As you cultivate a peaceful farm life in the village of
There has been probably more farm sim-esque games featured in this direct than any other one that I could think of in recent memory. This is not a complaint, it's just an observation. It's kind of wild how many there have been in this particular direct. Because this is like number 5. All we need is like Haunted Chocolatier to show up. Which isn't really going to be a farming sim, but you get my point. Alright, well there'll be a demo later today. I'll probably download it. I'm a little intrigued by this game, more for the combat. And kind of how they're describing the world more than raising crops, but there's our Bayo 3. Let's see what's going on in this bonkers game.
After 500 years, Umbra Witch Bayonetta was revived in the present day.
The last trailer just kind of left things pretty vague in terms of what's actually going on. Other than there seems to be multiple Bayos. I have to say, this is my favorite Bayo design. I think this one really suits her well.
Those who have overcome their past histories with Bayonetta to fight alongside her include the journalist Luca.
I could have done without Luca coming back.
And another
It's kind of annoying. I haven't played Bayo 2, so I don't really have a whole lot. Viola is the character I'm actually most excited about.
Demon summoning. Globe-trotting adventure awaits in Bayonetta 3.
So that's a pretty short little teaser of sorts. That won't be too much longer to go.
Available now on Nintendo eShop. After today's Nintendo Direct,
And you can watch some gameplay on the Nintendo YouTube channel.
launch on our official YouTube channel.
Probably because it's too violent for this direct.
Enter the village.
Oh my god, they're porting Resident Evil Village
The latest
to the cloud.
in the Resident Evil series is coming
Okay,
to Nintendo
I was about to say,
Cloud version.
well, we haven't had a cloud announcement in a little while.
Face the horrors
This will probably be one that actually convinces people to give it a shot if they don't have a
Resident Evil Village Cloud launches
console that can handle it in other ways.
28.
Are they going to bring 7 too?
Download and try out the free demo today on Nintendo eShop to pre-order the
I will not buy this. I want to get 8. But I will not buy the cloud version.
DLC containing
It's nice that they bring the DLC too.
additional
I will just wait to pick it up
will launch
for the PS5 probably once the gold edition comes out. And here's Biohazard. So, and 2. Oh my god, they're bringing all of them.
this year.
Okay. All of them are coming to the cloud. That's actually a big deal to have all of the Resident Evil games that have been recent show up. That's kind of a big deal. I'm not going to engage with it because I don't like the cloud system, but I think that's a big deal.
Avenge your father in this kung fu
Sifu.
brawl.
This is also kind of a big deal.
Thrusting,
Although this game kind of had like a strong launch, a lot of people playing it, and then it just kind of got quiet. I think that there was a couple things about progression or something that people were having some issues with. I don't remember. But I imagine this will be a little bit of a tweaked experience, because I know that they were patching some stuff. Here's Crisis Core. I was just about to say, are we getting... I didn't realize it was Zack at first.
Soldier operative aspiring to become a hero. Together with Sephiroth and Cloud, he investigates strange disappearances within his elite unit. This remaster features enhanced HD graphics, an updated combat system, and new soundtrack arrangements. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion launches on Nintendo Switch December 13th. The classic arcade shooter
Here's Radiant Silvergun.
is coming to Nintendo Switch. Fire different types of
One of Treasure's absolute best games.
defeat
So this is good. Unfortunately, this did get kind of leaked a little bit early by Livewire as part of their Tokyo Game Show stuff. But this is a big deal, and it's also being released by someone who isn't absolute garbage, like Nicolas. Tales of Symphonia! Finally! This took way too long to show up on anything modern. Jesus. I love Tales of Symphonia. I have a very strong nostalgia for it. It was one of my favorite GameCube games. It's still in my top 111. This will probably have Dawn of the New World as well, which is not as good. And I don't think that they made a whole lot of concessions to make it better. But I love this game. I will probably pick it up if they have a physical release, because I imagine there will be some expanded content that was added.
The fate of two interconnected worlds hangs in the balance. Tales of Symphonia Remastered.
Although I didn't see anything about Dawn of the New World, so it could just be Tales of Symphonia. Another Kirby game? Okay. So we're apparently porting the Wii game? Wii U? I think it's the Wii game. Yeah, I think this is the Wii game. Alright. Kirby's just living at large this year with 3 freaking games.
Blast foes from a distance or punch them up close. It's packed with other powerful moves as well. The game supports local play for up to 4 players on the same system. Plus, everyone can play as Kirby while using
How
their
wild.
favorite copy abilities.
I would not have guessed another Kirby game.
There's also a collection of sub-games to play. This includes the new sub-game Magolor's Tome Trackers
But here we are.
and returning ones like Samurai Kirby. All sub-games can be played with up to 4 players.
Looks like there's a lot of mini games to play too.
An adventure of deluxe proportions awaits. Kirby's return to Dream
Next
Land
year,
Deluxe
okay. It's not 3 Kirby games in 1 year.
February 24th,
Wow.
2023.
No one expected that one either. No Advance Wars, unless that's what we're ending on, which I doubt.
Kirby's 30th anniversary. A remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland will be released.
So either we're ending on let's see. I'm just gonna be quiet. Let's see what we end on.
Thank you for watching today's
Let's see what we end on. I'm gonna guess this is Zelda. And we are running over, so I'm gonna have to probably text my boss. So we're actually gonna figure out what's going on with this game. Oh man, I cannot wait. So yeah, this world is basically like on ground level in the sky. 2 big maps, completely changed. You've got a glider now. Tears of the Kingdom. Is that all we're getting? Well, at least we got a name. In May. Alright. I would love to get more than 30 seconds of Zelda footage. Alright, 9 hours later, I can finally end the video. I will have a Levels Plus whenever in the near future to break down this direct in more detail. My general opinion is that this was solid, but in terms of like earth-shattering announcements that rocked me to my core, I don't think there really was one, because most of what was really hype, like the new Fire Emblem game, Goldeneye coming to the Switch, Zelda showing up, had kind of already been known, unfortunately. The biggest surprise was probably Kirby getting a remake, and Fatal Frame getting a port. In terms of and the Theorem game and Octopath Traveler 2. Those were probably the surprises. But generally speaking, I would give this a B to B plus. I probably would have been more to a B plus to an A if Zelda had more than like a minute. So I'll see you in a few days when I get my video together for impressions and final thoughts. I gotta watch it with sound now, which I've started doing, but then I remembered I need to finish this. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Take care.